In this video, we will explain the operation and adjustment of leveler stored interlocking on Poweramp and DLM dock levelers. Safety is a priority around any dock space, and interlocking can greatly improve the efficiency and safety of the equipment. Leveler stored interlocking prevents certain equipment operations from executing until the leveler stored condition is true. This could prevent a restraint from releasing, a door from closing, or other operations from executing until the leveler is in the stored position. The leveler stored position is determined by a proximity switch and target that monitor the position of the platform lip section. For a complete list of interlocking options, please visit our website or call the number below to speak with a technical service representative. To verify the operational sequence of your equipment, reference the features tag inside the control box. Disconnect power to the control box and open the door. Then locate the features tag on the back of the door. If your control box has leveler stored interlocking, you can easily verify if it is working correctly. If you have a non-iDock controller that has a selector switch, make sure it is set to normal. If you have an iDock controller, you have to find the operating mode section of the main menu by pressing Menu, locating Operating Mode and pressing Enter, and this will display the current operating mode. You can change the mode by pressing Enter and using the scroll arrows to go from normal to bypass. But for this demonstration, we will leave the operating mode to normal. With the operating mode set to normal, you can position a transport vehicle into the dock that has a rear impact guard, or you can simulate the rear impact guard by using a test fixture. Then engage the transport vehicle restraint and verify its capture. If you're using a test fixture, be sure to use care to avoid harm to the operator or damage to the equipment. With the transport vehicle engaged, be sure to make sure that your overhead door is out of the way if this applies to your dock space. Then raise the dock leveler and let it descend to the below dock position or into the rear of the trailer. For this demonstration, we're using a test fixture for both the rig bar and to simulate the bed of a trailer. So if you're using a test fixture and you do not have a trailer at your dock, simply let your leveler coast to the below dock position and make sure that the lip section is resting outside of the keepers. This will mean that our leveler is not in the stored position. With the restraint engaged and the leveler out of the stored position, you can attempt to press release. When attempting to push release, the backlight on the interactive message display will flash, and it will indicate that the dock leveler must be stored before the transport vehicle restraint can release. On a non-iDock control box, pressing the release button will simply yield no results. If the restraint attempts to release, then it's possible the proximity switch or its target are out of adjustment. Before making any adjustments, be sure to review the adjustment section of the dock leveler's owner and user manual. Some equipment has the auto return to dock feature. This lip switch can cause the leveler to run automatically. Verify that your equipment has leveler stored interlocking and not auto return to dock. iDock controllers do not support auto return to dock, and legacy control boxes will support auto return to dock. If equipped, the panel will use a selector switch to select normal or below dock. To inspect the proximity switch and its target, we need to get the dock leveler on its maintenance prop. Once the dock leveler is on its maintenance prop, be sure to follow all lockout/tagout procedures to prevent unauthorized use of the equipment before the adjustment is complete. After the dock leveler is on its maintenance prop and we have the power disconnected to the control box and all lockout/tagout procedures followed, we can inspect our proc switch and its target for any adjustments. If we see that the target that is welded to the lip hinge tube is bent in any way so that it is not sitting parallel with the face of the proximity switch, we want to repair the target so that it is parallel with the proximity switch. After our repairs have been made to the proximity switch target, we want to make sure that the gap between the switch and the target is about 1/8 of an inch. If you need to adjust the gap between the proximity switch and its target, use an adjustable wrench to loosen the nuts that are on the threaded body of the proximity switch. With the nuts loose, you can move the proximity switch forward or backward to achieve the desired spacing of 1/8 of an inch. Then proceed to move the lip back and forth and watch the target to make sure it does not come in contact with the proximity switch, as this could cause damage to the switch. After verifying that the target will not come in contact with the proximity switch, you can remove the lockout tagout equipment and run the dock leveler through its complete operating cycle, and again verify for correct interlocking operations. If the correct interlocking sequence was not observed, repeat the previous steps to adjust the proximity switch and its target until the correct interlocking sequence is observed. If the target was bent and needed to be repositioned, make sure that no damage occurred to the proximity switch. If the face was scratched or gouged on the proximity switch, it may need to be replaced. If you need assistance with parts or have any other questions regarding this adjustment, please call the number below to speak with a technical service representative. We hope you found this video helpful, and thanks for watching.